Hey guys, it's Claudia here, and today I'm back with another process video using the crepe paper craft market again. And as you can see, I am using two photos for this layout, which if you've seen my previous videos or any of my layouts before, then you probably know that I don't tend to use more than one photo because for me personally, it's I don't know, I just struggle with it. But I wanted to make a page about my two dogs in one layout, so that's what I'm doing right here. And I just cut down the size of the photo a little bit to make them a bit smaller, so there's more room for embellishments and such. And so basically what I'm just doing is, I guess make two clusters. So what I'm doing on the top cluster is what I'm also going to do on the bottom cluster. And I found that that made it a bit easier for me to use two photos. I think I would struggle less with two photos if they're smaller. So maybe I will try and look into that or something. But for me personally, I don't mind scrapbooking with one photo for a layout. My mom is always like, oh, that's such a waste using one photo in a layout. But I really don't mind it. So here I just get up my ruler to kind of get a more distressed look on one of the edges. And I've been doing that a little bit more often recently, and I really like the way that looks. So I'm gonna do the same for this second backing for the photo of Amy as well. And um, this is one. I was planning for this to be the last layout that I was gonna make with the collection, but since I had a decent amount of stuff left and I really uh, want to get as many layouts done as possible, I decided to, see what I can come up with and do more layouts. So what I'm doing now is just pulling out some 6x6 scraps and kind of um, put them out on my page because I feel like that would be a nice way to, well, first of all, use them up and, just get different patterns and colors onto the layout, which will also make it easier to add embellishments later because there's not really one particular color scheme because there's a bunch of different colors because of the strips of paper. So I'm just cutting them down a little bit so they're not too long because as you can see on the tab top corner, I already pulled out the figures for the word beautiful, and that's going to be part of my title. So I have to keep in mind that I want to put that like kind of in the middle, so the strips shouldn't be too long. And initially, I wanted to make my title golden, like the full title is My Golden or My Beautiful Girls, um, but I didn't have the proper figures left to spell the word golden, so I just decided to change it for beautiful instead, which, in the end is a win-win because, it has more letters, so I used up more figures. And now I'm just gonna put down the strips of paper that I had laid out on my layout because that's how I want it to be. And yeah, it's this layout is a little bit different for me, but I'm still quite happy with the way it turned out. And now I'm just pulling out some ephemera to see if there's any that will work for this layout, but um, I don't think any of them make it up there except for those two floral pieces, which are not from the ephemera pack, but from that floral paper that I just cut out and colored them with watercolor. So, because I knew that I wanted to use a chipboard frame to layer behind the photo, I'm using those um, stickers to add more dimension to the photo so it's standing up so I can just layer the chipboard piece behind the photo. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other photo, which I know it makes for very interesting commentary because, like I said, like everything I'm doing on the top corner is also what I'm doing on the lower half of the page. But for me, it made it easier, so I'm still happy with the way it looks. And here I'm just cutting down that wax paper, so it's a bit smaller and I get a better look of how it would look. That's a weird sentence, but alright. And I had to cut like really carefully because I moved it earlier and then all the letters fell off. So now I'm just putting the word beautiful on my page and I'm not really sticking them down. I'm just trying to get a look for where I want them to go exactly. And I'm not happy with how they look there because it's um, almost touching the edge and didn't really want that. So I'm just moving them down and then a little bit to the left to get a better position for them. And I'm liking how that looks. So I decided to just make the rest of my title while I'm at it to get it out of the way. So I just pull up my, and then I realized, well, there's no room for girls really, so I had to kind of put it on top of like my second um, mounting piece of paper, which wasn't really what I had intended before, but there was not really room to put it anywhere else because if I would have put the word beautiful up, then that would have been um, touching with the photo, and since the photo was pulled up from the little dimension stickers, that wouldn't have really worked. So now I just cut the frame in half and put it on both sides of each photo, or like on one side of each photo. And I'm just pulling out some stickers, and that ribbon sticker says cute kid, so I just covered it up with a puffy sticker, and that puffy sticker was the perfect size for it, so that worked out well. And I'll just pull out this camera and just stick it down there, and then get a puffy heart sticker to just add a little bit more interest to the camera. And I've done that with every um, camera that I've used in this collection, I think. Like just add a little heart on the lens. And here just pull out this ampersand. I decided that I wanted to have a little bit more dimension, so I'm just putting out those stickers again to just add more dimension to the page. And I've been doing that a little bit more recently as well, and I really like how that looks. And here I just found another scrap piece of paper that I thought might work, so I just cut it in half and just kind of put it behind my photo. And I decide, all right, that looks all right. So I'm just going to stick that down right there. And oh yeah, so here I'm just gonna cut some more of those squares that you've probably seen me do a million times by now. I'm one of those people who discovers something, like does something and likes it, like when I cut out those squares for the first time, and then I do it a bunch of times. So I hope you guys are not too bored of watching me do that. I just personally really like how it looks, so I have no problems with it. So I just pulled out this arrow and then just a few random puffy stickers to just add a little bit more interest to the layout. And here I just pull out that sticker sheet with all the words and phrases and just pull out a few and just stick them on my layout. I don't even think they make sense with what the layout is about per se. I don't really remember what they say right now. You'll probably be able to see in the close-ups. And here I just pull out the two floral pieces that I had pulled out earlier. And I wasn't sure on if I wanted to put them on my layout or not, but I decided that yes, I want to put them on my layout, so here they are again. And after recording some, I just cut off the excessive part of the flower that's sticking out of my page. And after this I'm just gonna add some splatters, I think, and that's basically my layout. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me use two photos for once. Maybe I'll do it more in the future or not. I'm not sure yet. Probably will at some point. So thank you so much for watching again, and have a great day. I will be back with more videos soon.